Hey everyone, welcome back to the print room. I'm Gerald. I'm here to help you pre-treat some Gildan heavy cotton shirts, what we have today, also known as the 5000s, the 5-ounce weighted ones. So we're gonna do a couple of them real quick. We're not gonna waste time. We are using our new formulation, the Ghost Pretreatment. It's meant for everything from white t-shirts up into colored shirts like a royal blue. You can try it on even the darker colors, but not all of them work depending on the shirt company. So what's great about it real quick is, once again, there's no sun yellowing. That's why we're able to do these white t-shirts. You get zero sun yellowing when you go out in the sun. You may have experienced that from Heather Gray and Sport Grays. And then the second great thing is that you can print a white ink with it. So before the Ghost Pretreatment, it was either you got zero sun yellowing, but you could only print CMYK, or you get the print white ink, but that would discolor in the sun and have that UV discoloration, the yellowing. And then the third greatest thing is it's just not staining. You don't get a pre-treatment box, you don't get a dark box or a shiny box with this pre-treatment. It's absolutely a game changer in the industry, making things retail ready for those top-notch stores. So we're going to start off with the white like always. We have it calibrated for roughly about 17 grams of pre-treatment. We're doing that for this one because it's a Gildan heavy cotton, so we add a little bit more pre-treatment on there. So anything from 17 to 20 grams is what I would normally do for a white Gildan heavy cotton shirt. From here, everything's going to get loaded right onto the conveyor dryer to about 80% dry the pre-treatment, and then we're going to print it. Uncut video, straight to the point. So right now, this one's actually an ultra cotton. Sent us the wrong one, but we have like this lilac color here, ultra cotton. So I'm just going to up the pre-treat a little bit. We're going to go to about 23 to 25 grams for this one, because it's the ultra cotton, also 6 ounces. So a little bit heavier. It's going to absorb a little bit more of that pre-treat, a little bit of tip if you're a newbie. But yeah, from here, we are going to go right onto the dryer, go right to printing, no cuts. So I do see some fiber sticking up, so I'm just giving it a quick brush because I did see some extra fiber sticking up. So there's our lilac. Let's go to this, looks like a sky blue Gildan 5000. I'm gonna just keep it right at the same amount because, you know, if you spray too much of this Ghost Pretreat, it doesn't matter. You literally will not see an issue with it until you probably spray 3 times the amount you should, where it's absolutely dripping off the shirt. But if you do any type of printing, you know that's just way too much. So we're just gonna keep it at 25 grams for everything to show you that it is non-staining, no dark box, no lighter box. Here we got a sand color, a little bit darker than natural. We're gonna do the same thing. And a lot of people in the past would be like, oh, I gotta spray, like, I can't spray little enough on this shirt. No matter how much I spray, I'm getting a box, I'm getting some brown staining or yellow staining. Not with the Ghost. The Ghost is gonna be exactly what you need. No box, very user-friendly. Very user-friendly. That was a major part when I was helping develop this pre-treatment, to be very user-friendly. Now here we go, we got mint green right out the box. We got a mint green right here. Super, super hard color to do, right? But we're gonna do it with no issue right now. You like mint chocolate chip cookies? This is your shirt. Mint ice cream, this is your shirt you wear when you do it, okay? Like I said, with the dryer here, we're gonna go like 80% dry. If you're using a Vastec, that's what's in our other video that we used to do, but we just got a new Tosoma for curing our inks. So we moved our Travosi over for our pre-treatment. Boom, see, nice even spray, no issues. Here we're going to pink color. Not as, might be the Azalea kind. It's darker than Charity Pink. It's darker than the Charity and light pink. So you kind of determine your settings. Like we've always said with DTG pretreatment. We don't recommend the shirts coming out 100% dry out of this area because we want the fibers to be a little bit flexible so that when you heat press it, the fibers can lay down easy. If you got the shirts fully dry and you go and try to press it, you know, basically think of fibers sticking up that are like hard and brittle, and now you're trying to press something down. So you want it to be just a little bit damp so that when you press it, it will it'll press down correctly. It's kind of like combing your hair. If your hair is a little bit wet, it's easier to comb it versus your hair being dry. So kind of the same thing. So yeah, you kind of figure out your settings here. We can only go so fast with this machine, unfortunately. So our temperature is very low. We're only at 80 Celsius because it is in there for 2 minutes. We are working on fixing that, but just giving you a heads up. So here's the last one. This is like a daisy color. So that's the last one loaded up. We're gonna walk to the other side. Some of them should have started to come out by now, but now we're gonna go over to the heat press. Yep, we got our white one right here. We got a Hotronix Air Fusion. Whether you're using Fusion, Geonite, something off it, eBay, Heat Press Nation. I do recommend a medium to a high pressure. I'm at 60 PSI for these shirts, particular because they are, it's the Gildan heavy cotton. So we know that it's a carded cotton, right? If you don't know what carded cotton is, please look it up. It's very important when it comes to DTG. So these are carded cotton, and so we're gonna give it a little bit more pressure. In our next video, when we're dealing with like the next level CVCs, we will be at a less pressure because there's polyester, right? Polyester, too much pressure, you start melting stuff, and then that's how you get a shiny box. Shiny box won't be from the Ghost. It'll be from too much pressure. So we're about 60 PSI, but you're gonna see that there's literally nothing to be seen. I mean, this was just pressed, so you might have a little bit of a mark because it's hot from unhot, but normally you get massive staining. So I'm just gonna get these started up printing as we press them, right? Right. Whoops. All right, let's get this blue shirt next. We are printing with the Brother GTX bulk. That's how our pot is set up. But this pre-treatment will work if you're using Epson inks, 2000, 2100, 3070. If you're using a Rico, the 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000. I think they got a 6000. MP5, MP10. If you're doing DuPont inks, doesn't matter, all works. If you got an Aeon, that ink works with it. You got a Rock, that ink works with it. I mean, it's gonna work with every ink out there except for Cornete because that's different chemistry, if you know. And the pre-treat will work on it. You will have to adjust the amount you spray. That does, makes a difference depending on what inks you're using and what RIP software you're using. Couple of the machines are doing auto cleans right now because it's our first print of the day, but we'll be done shortly with these. A lot of the ink settings on these are the same if you have a Brother GTX. If you have a Brother GTX and you use the normal software versus CAD link, our settings on a lot of these are like a 6.2. If you're getting something into a little bit darker like your purples, you might have to go to a 7 highlight. With that, I mean, nothing on this. Very difficult pink shirt. I mean, pre-treatment's so easy, right? Pre-treatment is so easy. Just kidding, we know everybody hates pre-treatment, and that's why people started to do DTF, right? So, and that's why this pre-treatment here is a game changer, because it's making all these shirts that people were giving up on. People were saying, I can't do DTG because my customer wants these colors. I'm having too many issues. I'm having staining. This is gonna open it up. So, nothing against DTF. I love DTG, clearly. We do DTF also for certain stuff, a lot of sleeve prints, a lot of hat prints. So we got our first one done right here. Beautiful print, solid, solid, solid. Can't get better than that. Here's our lilac color. White, nice and solid white. Black is nice and rich, deep black. You know, the teal color is great, brown color is great. I mean, this is retail ready all day. All day, this is retail ready. So this white shirt, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna send the graphic now. I didn't do it before. Is I'm gonna print white ink underneath it. UG. I'm gonna print white ink underneath it, so you might have a design that has some cool white text with like a red or blue outline, and if you print white ink inside that text, it's definitely gonna make it pop more, because that white ink is going to be more vibrant than the cotton shirt. So it's going to have a cool effect. That's what we've been doing for a lot of customers, and they've been loving it. But going back, this is, you know, if you do DTF, nothing against it, it works. But we all know that DTG does give you a softer feel on the shirt, especially if you're using a good pre-treatment. If you're using a bad pre-treatment, I can't help you. But if you're using a good pre-treatment, it'll definitely help give you a softer print versus the DTF. And the second thing is, it does work better when you're dealing with smokes or fades on the shirt. Because the DTF has the powder around it, it's going to give it an edge. You can do a halftone, but that just takes time. So if you're hoping to do DTG and do more prints with it and open it up, this pre-treatment right here is going to allow you to do that. Allow you to do that. Beautiful print. I mean, all day. DTG all day in the print room. It's what we do. It's what we do. Got the pink right here. No box, no yellowing, no staining. And when these get through the dryer, we'll give you a picture of what they look like out of the dryer to show you they look just as good. White ink printed in the eyes, looks beautiful. Black is rich, deep. And what helps out is, being that we're printing a little bit of white ink underneath that black ink, your washability on that black is actually going to be even better. You're going to get better washability. Not to get too detailed, but white ink is able to bond stronger to pre-treatment than CMYK is. So by printing white ink underneath it, you will get a better wash out of the shirts. You still can get a good wash doing CMYK only. This pre-treatment works CMYK only also. But ultimately, if you're willing to spend a little bit of extra time and the little bit of more money, because you are printing white ink underneath it, but you can do the most minimum setting. We put our setting, if you know the GTX Pro, at a 1 highlight and 1 mask to print that, just to give it a little bit, but it gives it a nice strong foundation to have a better wash. It's just how pretreatment works. So if you do have a customer that is worried about their wash and they're doing white shirts, add a very thin layer of white underneath it. Still gonna be a super soft feel, and it might actually make the colors pop a little bit more because of that consistent white ink underneath. And yeah, we're just waiting on this one last shirt, on the mint green shirt. And let us know in the comments below what shirts you want us to print on. We're just literally ordering shirts, trying different colors. Our next video is gonna be the next level CVCs. We're gonna do Bella Canvas CVC and tri-blends. And another great video we're gonna do, which we're gonna do a lot, it's gonna be a longer video, is gonna be the comfort colors, 1717. We know a lot of people love those, and garment dyed is extremely difficult when it comes to DTG printing. So we're gonna do a nice video for that one. So stay tuned with those. This shirt's about done. And here we go. We got our panda bear chilling. Panda bear chilling. So that's it for now. You'll get the pictures at the end because we're just not gonna wait another 3 minutes coming out. Thanks for watching the video. Follow us, like us, comment, whatever you wanna do. And I hope this Ghost Pretreatment can help. Have a good one.